Hey Wildlife friends, my name is CJ. I am a sophomore here at Purdue, and I am a leader for Tecumseh, and I'm going to be giving you guys our Club Devo talk tonight. So I'm super excited. I can't wait to do it. This is my first time, so hopefully you guys are excited as I am. So today's story comes from Luke chapter 19, and it's verses 1 through 10. And this section is called Jesus and Zacchaeus. And so what's happening in this section is Jesus is passing through a town called Jericho. And there he is giving teachings and everything that he always does to all the people there, and everyone in the town has come out to see him, and they want to hear what he has to say. And in this town, there is a man named Zacchaeus. And Zacchaeus is a chief tax collector, and he is very rich. A few more things that we know about Zacchaeus is he is also very short, and he also would cheat people out of their money. So he wasn't a very good guy. He didn't do his job very well because he was greedy and wanted more money for himself. And because of that, nobody else in the town really liked Zacchaeus. And Zacchaeus, he wanted to see who Jesus was. But because of the crowd and he was so short, he couldn't. And so he ran ahead and he climbed up into a sycamore tree to see him, because Jesus was walking that way. And when Jesus came to the place, he looked up to him and he said, "Zacchaeus, hurry and come down, for I must stay at your house today." So Zacchaeus hurried and came down, and he received him joyfully. And when they saw it, everyone in the crowds grumbled, saying that Jesus has gone to be the guest of a man who is a sinner. And Zacchaeus stood to the Lord, and he said, "Behold, Lord, half of my goods I will give to the poor. And if I have stolen or cheated from anyone of anything, I will give it back 4 times what I took from them." And Jesus said to him, "Today salvation has come to your house, since you are also a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man has came to seek and save those who are lost." So, there's a lot that happened in that passage, but if we break it down, we can go back to the start, where Zacchaeus climbs up in a tree because he wants to see Jesus. He doesn't really know who he is. He doesn't know if he wants to follow him. All he wants to do is see Jesus. And I think that that is one of the coolest parts about this passage is as soon as Zacchaeus goes up into the tree to see him, Jesus calls out to him and says, "Come down, because I am going to stay at your house today." So Zacchaeus wasn't looking to serve Jesus. He didn't want to host him. All he wanted to do was see him. He was just a curious guy. And he wasn't a good guy either. Like the passage says, most people did not like him. But as soon as Jesus saw him, he called out to him, and he wanted to have a relationship with him. And I think this is one of the key points of the passage, is that it doesn't matter who we are beforehand, and it doesn't matter how much we know. We know nothing about what Zacchaeus was like spiritually. We don't know if he had ever heard the word of God before. We do know is that he just climbed the tree, and that's all it took for Jesus to see him and call out to him. When this happened, Zacchaeus was overjoyed. And it's easy to see why. Everyone in the town had come out to see Jesus, and even though nobody liked Zacchaeus, Jesus called out and chose him. And so that had to be a pretty good feeling for Zacchaeus. And as a result of what happened and having Jesus call out to him and stay with him, Zacchaeus changed. He told Jesus that he was going to give away half of all that he had, and he was going to give back more than what he took from the people in the past. And so what this shows is that even just being curious, just wanting to know more about who Jesus is, that Jesus can change us for the better just through that. And it's not to say that we have to give up everything. Although Zacchaeus did give up a lot of his money, that's not necessarily what this means. For one, Zacchaeus probably became more popular by doing this because he gave back to everyone he had cheated in the past. But that's the big difference, is he stopped cheating other people out of their money. He stopped being mean to other people and cheating in his ways. And that's what changed him for the better. And this makes me think of when I first came to Jesus. I didn't become any less popular. It wasn't anything like that. I didn't have to give up a whole lot. It was just all of a sudden, that wasn't what mattered. What mattered was getting to know who Jesus was and getting to see how he could change my life. So, one question that I think is really cool to consider from this passage is, if you were Zacchaeus and you were up in that tree, what do you think Jesus would say to you? Also, if you were in Zacchaeus' shoes, do you think you'd be up in the tree looking for Jesus, or would you be doing something else? So, hope you guys enjoyed today's Devo. There's a whole lot to think about, and comment anything down below. We'd love to talk to you guys. Bye, everyone.